Have you ever felt like you're carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders? A weight you can't see, but can definitely feel? It makes every step harder, every day a little grayer. Well, today I want to share a story that might just help you put that weight down for good. It's a story about a young man named Thomas, and the powerful lesson he learned about the burdens we choose to carry. Thomas was a kind soul, but he was always tired and melancholic. He walked with a slump, dragging a large, heavy bag behind him wherever he went. This bag wasn't filled with ordinary things. It was filled with stones. Each stone represented an insult, a hurtful word, or a slight he had received from others. Whenever someone was unkind, Thomas would find a stone, write the offense on it, and place it in his bag. He'd say to himself, "I will never forget this," believing that remembering the wrongs done to him was a way of protecting himself. But the bag grew heavier each day. The weight slowed him down, exhausted him, and stole his joy. He spent so much energy dragging his past hurts behind him that he had none left to enjoy the present moment. His friends would invite him on adventures, but he'd often decline, saying, "My bag is too heavy for such a long journey." One afternoon, as Thomas rested by the side of a dusty road, struggling to catch his breath, an old merchant with a kind face and twinkling eyes stopped beside him. The merchant looked at Thomas, then at the bulging bag. "That looks like a heavy burden to carry, young man," he said gently. Thomas sighed. "It is," he replied. "It's filled with all the times people have wronged me. I carry it so I never forget." The merchant listened patiently, then offered a surprising perspective. "I see," he said, "but are you sure the stones are the real burden?" Thomas looked confused. "Of course they are. They're heavy and there are so many of them." The old merchant smiled. "What if I told you that the actions of others are not your burden? What if the real burden is your reaction?" He continued, "Think about it. When someone threw a sharp word at you, it was like they tossed a stone at your feet. It lay there on the ground. It had no power over you until you made a choice. You chose to bend down, pick it up, write on it, and place it in your bag. You chose to carry it with you." This idea struck Thomas like a bolt of lightning. He had always seen himself as a victim, forced to carry the weight of others' cruelty. But the merchant's words painted a different picture. He wasn't just a victim. He was an active participant in his own suffering. He had been the one to pick up every single stone. He was the one who decided to make them a part of his journey. Thomas looked down at his calloused hands, remembering the countless times he had stopped to collect another stone. He thought about all the beautiful sunsets he had missed, because he was busy looking for a stone to represent a perceived slight. He remembered the laughter he could unjoin because he was too focused on the rattling sound of his bag. The merchant's words echoed in his mind. Your reaction is your burden. It was a simple but profound truth. The initial sting of an insult might be unavoidable, but the choice to hold on to it, to let it weigh him down for days, weeks, or even years, that was his own doing. With a newfound clarity, Thomas walked over to his bag. He opened the drawstring and looked inside at the mountain of gray, lifeless stones. I picked one up. On it was written, "He called me a fool." Thomas remembered the incident. It had happened years ago. The person who said it was probably long gone and had likely forgotten the words moments after they were spoken. Here he was, still carrying the weight of that single thoughtless comment. Slowly, deliberately, he let the stone drop to the ground. It made a soft thud in the dust. He picked up another. "She ignored me at the market." He let it fall. Another and another followed. With each stone he released, he felt a little lighter. It was as if the weight wasn't just leaving his bag, it was leaving his heart. A slump in his shoulders began to straighten. A deep furrow in his brow started to soften. He didn't empty the bag all at once. It was a process. He sat there for a long time, examining each stone, acknowledging the memory, and then consciously choosing to let it go. He wasn't denying that the hurt had happened. He was simply deciding that he would no longer be its keeper. He would no longer be the curator of his own museum of pain. As the pile of stones on the ground grew, Thomas felt a sense of freedom he hadn't experienced in years. The air seemed fresher, the colors of the world more vibrant. A genuine smile touched his lips. The old merchant, who had been watching from a distance, walked back over. "How do you feel?" he asked. Thomas took a deep, clear breath. "Lighter," he said, his voice filled with a quiet joy. "I feel Free. The merchant placed a hand on his shoulder. Remember this, young man. Peace begins the moment you decide not to pick up the stone. You cannot choose what others do or say. You cannot stop them from tossing stones in your direction. But you can always choose what you carry. Your path is your own. From that day on, Thomas's life transformed. He still encountered unkindness. That's just a part of life. People still tossed stones. But now when a stone landed at his feet, he would look at it, acknowledge it for a moment, and then walk on, leaving it right where it fell. His journey became joyful. Climbed mountains, explored new cities, and made new friends, unburdened by the weight of the past. This story is a powerful reminder for all of us. How many stones are in your bag? How much energy are you spending every day carrying around old hurts, grudges, and resentments? We all have these moments where people let us down or say something that cuts deep. The pain is real. But the story of Thomas teaches us that we have a choice. We can choose to pick up that stone and add it to our burden, or we can choose to leave it on the ground and walk away free. Your reaction is your power. Letting go isn't about forgetting or pretending the hurt didn't happen. It's about making a conscious decision that your peace of mind is more important than holding on to someone else's negativity. It's about realizing that carrying that weight only punishes one person, you. So, the next time someone throws a stone your way, pause for a second. See it lying there on the ground. And then, remember you have a choice. You can bend down, pick it up, and put it in your bag. Or you can take a deep breath, turn your face toward the sun, and keep walking. Choose to walk lightly. Choose freedom. Choose peace. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that helps us all live a little lighter. See you in the next video.